Alright, so we have spent our roles at the ranch. We have a new version of the team to try out, and some dailies to complete. So let's get back in the ranked ladder. Looks like that I loaded up my original team by mistake. So this is going to be a blast from the past. It'll be our send-off to Frostlass, at least for now. Dragonite, Frostlass, Corviknight, Umbreon, Torkoal, and Glamora. Now, Torkoal is always really scary to see because under Trick Room, it is the fastest Pokemon in the game, and it can do huge damage with Eruption. Lucky for us, though, I don't see any other Trick Room Pokemon on the team. I don't believe he has a Trick Room setter, unless Frostlass perhaps can do it. Umbreon I know cannot. Glamora shouldn't be able to. Dragonite cannot. Corv doesn't either. So it's also a weird weather combination. So Frostlass is reasonably threatening here into Dragonite and his own Frostlass, so I'll lead with Frostlass Whimsicott. Glamora is very weak to ground, so we want to make sure Garchomp comes as well. Fighting coverage for Umbreon would be welcome. Did I put Play Rough on Arcanine? Oh, I guess we locked in Arcanine. Okay. Probably a good fourth here overall. I wonder if we do have access to the stats screen. Well, I know that we do. I'm just still learning the UI here. Okay, so we have Glamora, we have Torkoal. Torkoal's going to set up the sun, but it's going to be the slowest thing on the field by far. It is, however, going to threaten both of these mons for damage. And Whimsicott is threatened by poison attacks from Glamora as well. So go ahead and set my own weather here. Put a Shadow Ball into Torkoal, and I'll just protect Whimsicott for that. Could be like Helping Hand Sludge Bomb, Helping Hand Sludge Wave. Glamora is a pretty good mega in its own right. It's the first meta I tried to break in Champions, but getting outsped and OHKO'd by Garchomp just is too many bad positions for it to be in. So, alright, no priority moves. Frostlass will take a big chunk of Torkoal, and we have Stealth Rocks from Glamora. So, probably into Fire Blast. That will do quite a bit of damage. Not quite pick up though. Max Modest Torkoal with 110 base power move should pick up Frostlass 100% of the time. So that's going to tell me that the Torkoal isn't invested very heavily in attack. And the fact that he clicked rocks in doubles tells me that he's probably not a very experienced player. So the Umbreon switch is good. It'll take the Shadow Ball quite well here. Yep, just 15. Doesn't do much at all. And Power Gem to finish it off. Okay. We have Whimsicott to Moonblast into the Umbreon, which it looks like it's leftovers. We know that the Glamora is not a Scarf, so Earthquake here should be safe. We're breaking our own focus sash, which isn't ideal, but I don't think this Earthquake will pick up Umbreon on its own. So we have to Moonblast there, and then this should allow us to take 2 kills. I suppose it could be a Sash on. Oh no, it's a Shuckaberry. Okay. No, neither kill. That's not good at all. More toxic spikes on the ground, making switching pretty much impossible. Power Gem, which we were lucky to survive, and Foul Play. A Wish. Okay, so he's gonna try to restore some health. I'd like to Encore the Umbreon, but as a Dark type, I don't have the option. So instead, I will just put a Dragon Claw into Glamora and a Moonblast. Yeah, Umbreon protects. Trying to get the healing off of Wish. Dragon Claw takes out Glamora. Another low toxic spikes. Just all over the place here. Push to true. Lefties. Umbreon is very hard to remove when it doesn't feel like dying. There's his own Frostlass. Now that is going to threaten my Garchomp for a huge chunk of damage. I can bring Arcanine here to resist it. And actually, I don't think that... okay. He is running out of snow turns, but I'm not 100% sure that's something that he'll recognize and adapt to. So I'll try to put more damage into the Umbreon here, bring in Arcanine that can live this Blizzard much more effectively. Of course, we are taking the layers of spikes in order to do that. And Umbreon is inner focus, so it's good to confirm that. Yep, send here. Ice Shard into Winds, okay. Crit didn't matter. We have another Wish from Umbreon here. We do. I think I'm gonna get Toxic stalled. That's embarrassing. Alright, so the good news is the snow is gone. The bad news is both of my guys are poisoned. So I'm gonna have to pick up the pace here. He's got a Torkoal in the back, and what's the other thing? He's got a Torkoal, and I don't know in the back. Probably Corv. Oh no, it was Glamora, which is already down. Okay, okay. Alright, so we have the Flare Blitz into Frostlass here, and Garchomp is going to protect, so he doesn't need the Blizzard. That's a good switch, actually. Yeah, that was well done by him. Alright, so Torkoal will come in and set the sun, allowing him to bring Frostlass back out and set the snow. And of course, Torkoal is going to resist that Flare Blitz. So, yeah, that was a good play. Foul play on Umbreon into Arc. We'll probably finish it off with Poison. Oh, nope, we have Citrus. So, we can get one more attack out of this. tried to do the math here to see if Arcanine could potentially live through the poison. It's not clear if he is toxic or poisoned. He should. I think he had 3 layers of spikes up, so it should be toxic damage. But I wanted to get this spread move off before Frostlass comes out. Now, if Arcanine can live here and threaten a Flare Blitz, this is still doable, but I think we are getting stalled out. Umbreon just so bulky. All the damage is taken in. It's at 72 now. Oh, Arcanine holds on. Okay. Now, depending on how fast his Frostlass is here, because he'll remove the sun. All I can do is Blitz and protect with Chomp. Well, if his Frostlass is faster than my Arcanine, then we're screwed regardless. But I'll try it. Any chance it's Ice Beam and not Blizzard? Yeah, Umbreon protects. Oh, it's Ice Shard. Okay, we're in business. Maybe he doesn't have Blizzard. Maybe it's physical Frostlass. Who knows? Okay. We have Poisoned Garchomp in a 1v1 versus Umbreon. He's going to alternate between Protect and Foul Play. He doesn't have any stat boosts, but my Earthquakes are now dealing single target damage. All I can do here is send. Maybe 30. Wish again. So there's nothing I can do about Wish into Protect. Umbreon is so good. Yeah, nope. I just get poisoned. Alright, GG Umbreon, GG. Alright, so that completes my dailies for today, and will also conclude our Frostlass team. Last time we had built a new team around Charizard Y. You've got Charizard Whimsicott, Garchomp, Mega Staraptor as the backup Mega, Incineroar, and Venusaur. We're a little bit strapped on items, so I do have the wide lens for slightly more accurate sleep patterns. Not a fantastic idea, but it's what we're going with for now. I would say of the available options, I suppose you could also put Dragonite in that slot for the mirror, but we do have Garchomp. So I will go ahead and make a replica team for those of you that want to play along at home. Let's see. Wrong button. Select this team. There you go. Leave that on the screen for a moment there. Alright, now let's get to the battles. The goal here is to get through our weekly quests today. You'll notice that the VP has increased a little bit since the last time I have on stream. I have been trying just to do the daily login quests when I'm not streaming. So we need to use 5 Ghost type moves and send out 5 Dragon type Pokemon. I don't think we have any Ghost type moves on our team right now, so we'll reroll that to Fire. Perfect. These should be relatively easy to do. Alright, to battle. So after being a huge chunk of the metagame for the first couple of days, Staraptor has fallen off hard. It's considered kind of a noob trap, but in situations like this one, where you don't necessarily want to bring your Zard, it is helpful to have a backup Mega. So let's see. Whim's Chomp seems like a pretty good lead to me. We can have Staraptor in the back, and I'll actually bring Venusaur just to have grass coverage into Swampert here. What else do we have? Weavile, Toxicroak, he has a couple of fake outs. Probably a Swampert Pelipper lead here, or maybe Swampert with Pelipper in back. Try to catch the Zard. Now Toxicroak and Absol. So he went for something a little bit more creative. So I don't think that there's really a punish here, so I will just double protect to avoid the fake out from Toxicroak. Oh, it is going to be Mega Absol. Okay. You can see a Sword Stance here. That's pretty scary. But even then, I think Moon Blast from Whimsicott is doing a whole bunch. Play rough. Okay. Actually, didn't know Absol got play rough. Good to know. Not quite sure on the speed interaction here either. So I will put a Moonblast into the Absol and swap in Venusaur for the play rough. A little bit awkward having Venusaur here without Swampert or Charizard. But, oh, is that Scarf Toxicroak? Good to know. Hold on with the Sash. The Whimsicott is faster than the Absol. And that's why we don't use Absol, folks. Yeah, it just does not have the stats to live any kind of hit. Alright, so there's Weavile with another fake out. We're probably going to see fake out into Gunk Shot. Again, I will just double protect here. And if we see the Toxicroak, the Sludge Bomb again, I think that's going to confirm Scarf. Yep, and it's faster than the Weavile, so that's definitely going to be a choice Scarf. The question is, what do we do about it? It's a poison fighting type. I don't think I have Earth Power on my Whims. Tailwind. No, I do not. Doesn't have a great attack here. Probably gonna take a couple of L's here and just put a Sludge Bomb into the Weavile. Now, this is gonna set up the KO with Garchomp next turn, which is important. And see if we can get maybe a triple axle miss here. What do we think his fourth is? Could be Pelipper? The double intimidate's gonna help. Or just a single intimidate, I'm sorry. Or intimidate on both mons, I should say. Now, Garchomp can Earthquake pretty freely here. I'm not 100% sure that takes out the Toxicroak. So let's put a close combat into it, just to be safe. We know that Weavile doesn't have Focus Sash, so Earthquake should pick up. His tail end should outspeed. He could swap in Pelipper for Toxicroak here. No switches. So this should just be a double KO. Yep. Too bad, I would have liked to get the close combat first boost, but oh well. And then what do we have left from him? Dragapult. Alright, yeah, like, Dragapult is reasonably intimidating here, but with the speed advantage, I don't think there's any way it can get the 2 for 1. Focus Sash? Nope. Alright, GG. I think that puts us up to 9-1. Take care of the daily. See if we can get all the way to Master Ball today. There are a couple of holes in this team. I don't know if you really want Whimsicott and Venusaur, but like there's not really a Mon we're using right now. I would be surprised to see at Master Ball tier. Maybe Staraptor at this point, but overall, we've gotten pretty lucky. So we've got Dragon, all over here with the dragons. So Whim's Garchomp is going to be a good leader into that. A decent mix of special attackers depending on what that Dragonite has going on. So don't necessarily need Staraptor. Instin's not bad here, and I'll go with Zard. Fake Out to break multi-scale and stop Dragonite from attacking is a pretty powerful interaction, and I suppose it could be Inner Focus, in which case Intimidate and Fake Out won't work, but that gives us more information here too. Alright, there's Altaria and Dragonite. You can tell that they are trying to counter Team Zard here. Could be a Mega Altaria and a Dazzling Gleam into Garchomp. That would not be very fun. So for now, let's break multi-scale and protect. Looks like it is going to be Mega Dragonite, okay. Is it Draco into Garchomp and what, Air Slash into Whims? I don't know what Altaria does. It has a pretty good ability, but that's about it. 75, not bad. And the special attack dropped to burst. Oh, Ice Punch. Okay. We're going with physical Mega Dragonite. And Rain Dance Altaria. Alright, you got me. You got me. Alright, so here Tailwind, Dragon Claw. That should take out the D-Knight. Altaria can't Mega right now, so even if it does have Dazzling Gleam, I don't think it'll pick up on Chomp without Stab. Yes, Encore into Altaria was another option, but you really don't want to eat an Ice Punch. So let's get this here. There we go. Oh, he matches Tailwind. Interesting. Okay. So that's the interaction. I mentioned a couple videos about the difference between a priority Tailwind and a not priority Tailwind. He did manage to match my Tailwind there, but because Prankster happens at +1 priority, Garchomp actually got to attack first, and he lost his Dragonite. So that's the benefit of using Prankster moves. Now here, Mudsdale, similar to Arcaladon, is a stamina user. It likes taking physical hits over and over again. So let's try to put it down as fast as we can with a rock, with Dragon Claw. Probably not even going to be a 2-hit. And I imagine it's max defense, maybe even with nature. Well, that wasn't too bad. Let's see, Earthquake here maybe. Counter. Okay. Well, that's certainly one move we could use. Benefits of being slow, I guess. Bring Instant in here. I didn't realize he had a title. That's cool. Now, I think that Moonblast will pick up, but just in case, we'll fake it out. The Altaria slot already can't move. Worst he can do is switch out. Yep, there's a switch with Basculegion as his last in rain. That's kind of scary. And Moonblast should pick up here, I think. Oh, not quite. It still holds on. That might actually be good for us when staring down a Basculegion. We don't want to buff up the last respects if we don't have to. So, let's see here. He's got Altaria in the back, which doesn't have Cloud9. We're facing down a Basculegion, which wasn't intimidated. Switch in Zard, but that's not great. I'll protect, and I can Parting Shot into Charizard, but that doesn't help much, so I'll just put the Darkest Lariat into Basculegion and hope we live a Wave Crash, I guess. Let's go for Aqua Jet, that's good. Life Orb. No Life Orb. Okay. What are we doing on Tailwind turns? Yeah, not doing too much. Alright, so both Tailwinds peter out. Doesn't look like the Aqua Jet will pick up on Incineroar. And assuming he's not Choice Scarf, we should be faster. So, Blair, try to finish off both. Oh, nope. Looks like it was a roll last time. Okay. I did put that into the basket. Alright, good. For a second there, I thought the attacks were the other way around, but we should be good now. Endeavor, put Whimsicott down to very low, but now we have our Zard. We can Rain Dance with the Altaria, but I'm not sure that it's going to get very far. And also, we're just faster. So, the Moonblast into Altaria, Mega Evolve to set the Sun, and a Heat Wave that should pick up the Mudstale and do some damage into Altaria. A Heat Wave miss into Mudstale would be pretty bad here. Maybe I should just cover for that with a Protect. That may have been the better play. But, like, 90% of the time it works every time, right? Yep, Moonblast into Altaria. That does quite a bit. So, doesn't look like that has much bulk investment. We will go next. No misses, and Rain Dance will... Oh no, he Tailwinded again. Okay, well, you got speed control, buddy. Good job. Finish this off here. Hurricane, not quite a 2-hit. Rain Dance, Tailwind, Hurricane. That's an interesting Altaria set. Obviously, it didn't do much there. My favorite thing about Altaria is its other ability, Cloud 9, which actually blanks all weather. So if I were going to try to use it, I would make it a bulky set that you could sort of switch in to turn off Charizard attacks and Aurora Veils and that sort of thing. But Tailwind is a good support move too, I suppose. Alright. We got Delphox, Blaziken. Alright, so 5 different Megas to choose from. This guy's gonna keep us guessing. He does have T-Tar for Charizard, which is unfortunate. So let's go with Staraptor here. Go with Incin to put pressure on Delphox. No, I want Tailwind. So Whims, Garchomp, and Incin. Raichu, Gengar, and Tyranitar all can work without a Mega Stone. Blaziken can as well. So the only thing that I would say he definitely Megas if he brings it is Delphox. But he's got different options here, so let's see. He sets up his own weather there. Play here is probably to Psychic into Staraptor. I can Tailwind to outspeed close combat into the Tyranitar, but honestly, he has a weird ass team. I don't know what he's trying to do. So I will just text. Yep. Mega Delphox. Probably not Blaziken in the back then. Could be a Scarf T-Tar. But even with Scarf, I don't know if Tyranitar is actually faster. Mystical Fire into Whimsicott. Okay. And Thunder Punch Tyranitar. Okay, so not especially frightened by that combination of moves. We'll Mega here, put Close Combat into Tyranitar, and you can keep clicking Mystical Fire, that's fine with me. I do have Brave Bird as the attack on Staraptor. It's possible that dual Wing Beat is better just because you don't want to be sacrificing your own health in a Protect the King type move. It is a loss of damage, however. And Sand will break our Focus Sash, allowing him to get rid of Whimsicott. Not able to set up Tailwind here, but at the same time, my Staraptor is not being threatened by Psychic from Delphox, so I think we're okay. T-Tar goes down, Staraptor gets its defense boosts, and now I'm try to buy myself some more time here with Incineroar. I will put the Brave Bird into the Delphox. That should take it out from this range. Should take it out from any range, really. And use Intimidate to keep the Cleavor from doing anything annoying. I guess his best play is Double Protect here, but we don't see that. See there that the Cleavor is faster than the Delphox, telling us that it is a Choice Scarf Pokemon. And there goes the Delphox. Now we're definitely within Rock Slide range. And there's Blaziken. Blaziken loves to protect and get a speed boost. So I'm going to protect here. And Parting Shot off of the Scarf Cleavor. Ideally, Garchomp would die, Incineroar would come back in, and I would have another Fake Out next turn, but what's that now? Oh, Stone Axe. Okay. Blaziken used Temper Flare. All right. You can go get Garchomp. Unfortunately, Garchomp is going to be pretty slow here. And Staraptor is taking some damage. Wish I could have gotten my Tailwind set up. Earthquake is pretty good here all on its own, however. Could I guess I just go for the Double Protect and click Earthquake. Stone Axe, Garchomp is going to resist. Whatever Blaziken has isn't going to do a ton of damage. Sorry, Staraptor. See, that's where maybe the Brave Bird ends up costing us, I'm not sure. Focus Blast, it's special Blaziken, okay. Garchomp holds on there, even through a crit. And this will do a good amount of damage. Okay. Now we have Instant come in and finish it up. Pretty close there. Garchomp's down to just 8 HP, but I think Incineroar is able to live a Stone Axe regardless. maybe not after that. Right, so Fake Out, can't do anything about it because he's Scarf, and Dragon Claw. So that one was a little scary. Some damage rolls go a different way, and we may not be able to pull that one out, but you only need one Pokemon, and it only needs 1 HP. That's where we end up. Rebuild our win streak here. We're knocking on the door of Ultra Ball. Alright, we have Whimsicott, Golden Go, Arcanine, Staraptor, Sinistra, Garchomp. Alright, so we have a fellow Staraptor player here. Golden Go is very good in the mirror, so probably not going to go that way. Doesn't look like he has weather of his own. So what we want to do is take out his Garchomp and win with our Charizard. So, good old Whimsicott lead. We'll have Zard, and yeah, Ensign's not going to be great into Staraptor, so Venusaur it is. Oh, nope. Whimsicott, Charizard Team. It's got a couple of rock-type attacks to threaten Charizard here. I actually don't like this matchup. I'm not feeling confident, but we'll see how it goes. Staraptor wins. Trump wins. He is probably going to want to do Tickle or some such nonsense. So I'm just going to put damage into the bird. We could protect Tailwind, that would be a pretty good punish. There's Winds. No Mega Evolve, okay. And he doesn't appear to be Scarf either. It's a final Gambit, it's not a very good one. Just close combat into Zard without megaing. So Buffskin finishes him off. Yep, okay. Yeah, especially if you're coming from Scarlet and Violet. Forgetting to hit the Mega Evolve button is something that took quite a lot of getting used to. I can't tell you how many times when I picked up champions that I would see the Mega Evolve button, think about it as my Terra button, and I have to save it. But works differently now. Now, sometimes you want to hold off on your Mega, like if you're trying to bait out weather with a Charizard, or I think earlier I didn't want my Staraptor to take super effective Psychic. Pretty good rain team here. So, this is going to be Staraptor wins. Venu, Chomp. Don't love bringing Charizard into rain, just because you have to dance with the Pelipper back and forth, and so that's why we have a secondary Mega here, which just gives us a different mode that doesn't care about the weather. Yep, there's Pelipper Swampert. Staraptor. We should have the speed advantage here. And so let's get the Tailwind up, and particularly after that Intimidate, close combat into Swampert. It won't KO, but between the Intimidate and the defense boost, we should be able to live a Wave Crash here. He can protect and match Tailwind with his Pelipper, but it doesn't look like that's his plan. You also see like an Ice Punch here, but I don't think it's any better. About 60, 70, okay. Yep, there's the Ice Punch. But not nearly as much damage there. Oh, Ice Beam. A double. Nice. Okay. So, Moonblast should be able to finish off the Swampert here. I don't really have a switch in for Ice Beam on Pelipper, so I will just try to roost off that damage and see if maybe he picks a different target. No protects, no switches. Swampert goes down. Roost will get me just about back up to full health. Another Ice Beam, which I did much better. Did he get a crit last turn? If he did, I didn't see it. Caladon is not something we love to see here. Blast into the Arch and be able to protect. Now, depending on his spread, close combat from Staraptor could just pick up the Arcaladon on its own. I'm giving him the defense boost. This is a bad play. I messed that up. You want the physical attack to go into the Arch before the special attack does. So, that's a mistake. Finish off the cot, okay. Should have at least one more turn of Tailwind, I believe. Vector Shot, pretty intimidating. I'm wondering if that's Scarf Pelipper. It seems to have just that one thing on its mind here. And honestly, Ice Beam is good into my whole team, so good on him if it is. I will... I don't have a Sludge Bomb on Venusaur, but I don't think that Pelipper is strong enough to OHKO. I have like a 90% chance to land the Sleep Powder, so I'm going to go for it. I do have Tailwind up, so that should get through. It does, thankfully. Now that gives us an extremely bulky Staraptor. Sleep Powder hits here, we should win on the spot. It does, and I believe we do. We've gone through Swampert, we've gone through Arch, Pelipper's locked into Ice Beam. And he should be running out of Rain Trance too. Oh, there's a Dragonite. Dragonite can be scary. Yeah, last turn of rain. He's already megaed. So it's probably a physical Dragonite. I will point another Sleep Powder at it and just put another close combat in the Pelipper. It is resisted. It's probably... Okay. Okay, what you got? Fire Blast in the rain. Well, I suppose it's super effective. Yeah. Quick Claw is not a move I would recommend you using, but when it works, it works. Alright, so there goes the rain. Not that Pelipper really cares. Try to finish it off with a Sludge Bomb here, and again, we'll break the multi-scale on Dragonite. We're at, I think, +2 special defense now. So Ice Beam is not going to be doing that much damage should it come through. It looks like that was multi-scale. Finish Pelipper off. It does. Alright, so this will be an easy... Garchomp in the back, so even if he does get Awake and a Quick Claw activation and a kill here, we should be in good shape. But it looks like he gets none of those things. Up to 10 and 1. GG's Jock? Is that Jock? Joe? I'm not sure what you're going for there. And that will get us into Ultra Ball on a win streak. Alrighty. Just 3 more tiers to climb here. 4. Oh. We got to a new tier, so cutscene time.
Big KOs with that Terra Electric Life Orb with Electro Drift, Draco Meteors, doing a ton of damage, so it's very interesting.
Hello again, Caraway. Absolutely love her character design. I like that Hatterene is her signature mon too. Wonder if we'll have to battle against Hatterene and DD. They keep introducing these NPCs, but don't give us anything to do with them. I think eventually there'll be a battle tower mode or something like that. Now we just gotta get Master Ball tier. Get the Ultra Trainer title, which objectively is pretty cool, I think. Some rewards. Alright. Get our 10th Garchomp win. A bunch of trainer achievements. Kindler is a pretty cool title. I haven't seen that one before. Birdkeeper, Picnicker, Dragon Team. That's also pretty cool. What do we get off the battle pass here? Some more tickets. For ranking up. That puts us at 14,000, not far from where we started. Some more quick coupons. 5 dragon types. What do we have left here? Super effective moves, Mega Evolves, crits, 4Os, fire type moves. I need to use my Charizard more. Sorry, we keep running into Pelipers. recruits, and extremely effective moves. So nothing that we really need to target here, other than maybe throwing some weather balls out. Alrighty, we got T-Tar Garchomp, Sceptile, Sandaconda, Sinistra, and Klefki. Klefki can be annoying. A prankster Pokemon can set up screens. Tyranitar Garchomp usually means Sandvale Garchomp. I'm assuming that the Mega here is Sceptile. I've never seen non-Mega Sceptile. And Sinistra is just all around good. It is a lot of sand, so once again, we're going to have to leave Garchomp behind, but I think Staraptor is a good lead here. And he doesn't seem to have a lot of damage that's non-physical, so I'll throw the Incin out there too. And Garchomp and I guess Wims. Fairy's good into a good portion of his team. Back Whimsicott is kind of strange. I could see mixing that up with Incineroar here. That might be a more flexible game plan, but honestly, I think Moonblast will do decent damage into his team. There we go, setting up the sand. I honestly have no idea what Sandaconda wants to do. None whatsoever. I know that it has the Sand Spit move where if it gets hit with an attack, it kicks up a Sandstorm, but he's already in a Sandstorm, so don't really see much point of leaving that next to Tyranitar. T-Tar protects and takes care of the double. That's unfortunate. We could see a fissure here into Incineroar, some type of ground attack. Minimize. Oh no, he's just going to be as annoying as possible. Okay. Okay. Does it get Sandvale as well? I'm not sure. Put the close combat into T-Tar and let's just parting shot out. Try to make that thing irrelevant. Sinistra comes in. Okay, blanks the close combat, that makes sense. So kind of gets another minimize. I guess we can punish that with Encore. Meanwhile, Brave Bird to try to take out the Sunny. He seems to have a slow, grindy team in mind here. Could have, like, Sand Tune or something. Garchomp comes in, that's a decent switch. Avoids the Encore, okay. Garchomp just about taken out with that Brave Bird. That's really good damage. Iron Defense. Iron Defense Body Press Minimize? Is that what we're doing here? I gotta tell you, that would be annoying. Should be faster than Garchomp. I'll just continue to try to Encore that. If I force him to switch it out, that's going to be very beneficial. Let's see. Nope. Another Iron Defense. Yeah. It's like, what if If I just had the most annoying snake of all time? What if I did that? Keep trying to encore. Minimize, for those that don't know, is a move that raises a Pokemon's evasiveness, so the likelihood of attacks hitting lowers. It's not generally a strong strategy, but oh, and now we're doing rocks. Okay. So just be impossible to hit and click rock slide. So just finish off the guard chomp here, boost up some health. Tyranitar restarts the weather, but it doesn't like seeing that Moonblast much either. And I'm forgetting how much speed we put into our Staraptor here, but notice we got outsped by Garchomp, so I'm wondering if that makes it okay. Wonder if that makes it on the Choice Scarf. Garchomp in. Earthquake. It's probably enough to take out the Tyranitar here. It's probably enough to take out the Garchomp if it comes back in. Sinistra would resist and be unfortunate. What else can we do? Well, let's just put Dragon Claw into the T-Tar slot and get up the tail. Yeah, we'll put tail. Do the Scarf Chomp in the back there. So speed control is important. Mega T-Tar. Still slower than Garchomp, but it lives the Dragon Claw. And we eat a bunch of rock slides here. Oh no, Fire Punch, Tyranitar. Okay. Aggressive will do damage. Yeah, so this is how it goes with minimized strategies. Basically, you just hope that RNG is in your favor and none of your opponent's moves hit. When it works very well. There's not a lot that we can do to stop it here. I don't think that the Rock Slide will take out the Tyranitar. So I'll fake out into it as well. We do have the speed advantage, but yeah, nope. Do take care of the Tyranitar, and Body Press will go ahead and lock this up. Yep. Well, he's got... So, we do outspeed because of Tailwind. He can go... Oh, he hits the Sinistra still. Yeah, nope, that's done. Good job, minimize Sanaconda guy. Way to win 4 coin flips. Who? Salty? Me? Never. There goes our win streak. I think that puts us to 10 and 2. we're back at it. Okay, so we have Hawlucha Snorlax, Sinistra, Dragonite, and Basket Legion, and Aerodactyl. So the Hawlucha Snorlax strategy is really scary here. What he does is he Mega Evolves his Hawlucha with the Entrainment move, and gives no guard to Snorlax, which then starts clicking fissures that can't miss. It is really powerful once it gets going. Aerodactyl and Sinistra are good enablers of that. Dragonite, I'm assuming, is just his backup Mega, and Basket Legion is just good in general. So, one way to disrupt this is with Redirection, which we don't have. Another way is with Fake Out, which we do. So, he does have Aerodactyl for Charizard. So I'm going to go Staraptor, Incineroar. Get a couple of close combats into Snorlax here. Encore is going to be valuable, and Garchomp is just strong across the board. So let's see if he wants to go the combo route or if he wants to try to fight us head on. Yeah, he's going for cheese. So, Double Intimidate is going to lower his options here. Hawlucha does have its own attack moves, so cutting its attack power is going to help us, and we just have to start putting damage onto Snorlax. So, hopefully 2 close combats plus a Flare Blitz from Incin are enough to take it out before he can start doing fissure shenanigans. Now, you may think that we're safe from fissure because we have a flying type in Staraptor here. However, the other move on that Snorlax set, believe it or not, is Smackdown, which is a rock type move that causes you to lose the flying type. So it's quite an interesting set. Protect, I think it's Stockpile, Fissure, Smackdown, but if you get the right moves in the right order, it absolutely it becomes an unkillable beast. Unfortunately for him, it doesn't look like his Snorlax is trained defensively. It's not body pressed in too much to Incin, and it's just about to drop, so he can protect here and try to swap out Hawlucha, but that's not great. I am just gonna cover for that with a Flare Blitz into Snorlax and a super effective Brave Bird into Hawlucha. Those should just pick up. Yeah, nope. Here's the Protect. Hawlucha's actually faster, okay. But this is where those double intimidates come into play. And of course, because he's a regular Pokemon, he gets defense drops from close combat instead of boosts. So now without no guard entrainment, the Snorlax is much less of a threat, particularly given how little health it has. So we're pretty far ahead here. Sinistra can come in and heal the Snorlax. That would help. But again, it's not doing much. I'll probably kill it next turn just to get a couple of close combat boosts. Yep. So we'll put the Flare Blitz into Sinistra here, and I could close combat to try to kill off the Snorlax, but The thing is, we're faster than Incineroar, and so a Rage Powdering with close combat into Sinistra isn't going to do much. I could Brave Bird into it, but then we're taking a bunch of damage, and we're pretty far ahead here. So I'm just going to Roost. Worst case scenario, he gets me with a Fissure on Snorlax here. Okay. Yep, there's a Fissure. Oh, and Trick Room on Sinistra. That's not something I saw coming, actually. I guess we could have gotten away with the close combat play there. Snorlax is now going to be the first to move, but it means that we can send our Incineroar in now without having to worry about the Rage Powder. I think Flare Blitz will do at least 60. I guess we'll find out. Body Press. Again, after the 2 Intimidates, that's just not doing much damage. Does Flare Blitz pick up here? It does, and that's GG. Incineroar sacrifices himself for the cause. Thank you, Incineroar. Close combat, we'll pick up the Snorlax. That puts us at +2 to both defenses, and I think full health. So, yeah, he just concedes. Like, at that point, Staraptor could probably pull off a 1v3 on its own, let alone a 3v1. So, speed control or no speed control, we had that well in the bag. Restart our win streak here. Alright, next game. Delphox, Bellybolt, Hisuian Samurott, Garchomp, Mawile, and Meganium. Well, he locked in pretty quick. Delphox, again, is definitely going to be a Mega. Meganium is definitely going to be a Mega. So that means that the Mawile is just for Intimidate? Is that? I guess you can have 3 Megas and 3 other guys. Samurott usually has Choice Scarf to go with it. Sucker Punch is going to be annoying here, but looks like Whimsicott is going to do good damage. Garchomp is strong into a lot of his team. I want... Yeah, Charizard seems good here, and more special attackers than physical attackers. So Venusaur. Why not? Whimsicott, Old Faithful, with Charizard Team in the back. MCS 2026 Challenger. I think that's a Japan Nats title. I'm not 100% sure. Bellybolt can definitely be scary here. Don't want to charge it up if we don't need to. And it can be bulky enough to live the Earthquake plus Moonblast double up. So I'm just going to tech here, see what he's trying to do. Not with any luck, I can get him to Parabolic Discharge into his own water type. Let me guess, Scarf Flip Turn? Nope, just Ceaseless Edge. And Toxic. Okay. Well, that's not particularly intimidating. So we'll Earthquake and put a Moonblast into the Samurott. don't think he's threatening a KO into either slot. Scarf? Or sash? Yep, okay. So the Samurai, not bulky at all, but we haven't found his choice scarf yet. Belly Bolt will charge from this, but even if he does pull out the Parabolic Discharge, if you don't know, Parabolic Discharge is an electric type spread move that damages everything on the field and then heals the user for the damage it dealt. Yep, that's what he's setting up with Silk here. So he wants to have super effective into our resistances. Unfortunately, Garchomps are already going to be immune. So let's see. We put him down below 50%. Citrus put him back up to 58. Citrus heals 25. So he was at 34. So another Earthquake should pick up here. And we'll Tailwind just to make sure we have a faster Garchomp. He could protect. Yeah. Alright. No protects from him. Chomp should take care of bolts. Yeah. Taking out my own cot here, but he's done his job. Dragon Claw. Outrage. Okay. Clicking Outrage in front of a fairy type, that's pretty ballsy. But that will definitely take up my Garchomp here. Outrage would be scary into the back, but now we know we can't click Rock Slide into our Charizard, and we've set up Tailwind, so we have the speed advantage. That being said, that Outrage is going to do a ton of damage. He has Mawile here. Mawile has a pretty huge attack stat, and it also has access to the move Sucker Punch. But I don't think that it can OHKO our Charizard from full. It also has a pretty low special defense stat, so Weather Ball will definitely pick up, even if they're like max bulk. But we should move first here, and as long as Venusaur can take out Charizard, that should be that. Or Garchomp, rather, excuse me. Yep, Sucker Punch into Venusaur. Drain. Ooh, 2%. Alright, that makes things a little more dicey. Oh, and I clicked Heat Wave instead of... Oh, yeah, no, I meant to do that. I had intended to click Weather Ball there just because it's 100% accurate, but Heat Wave covers for Venusaur Slip there. Weather Ball picks up 100%. Outrage probably KOs either slot, but with Tailwind, we do the last 2% on Garchomp regardless. So I think both plays are valid. Weather Ball was a little bit safer, but it didn't end up mattering. Work our way through Ultra Ball here. Alright, so we have Basculegion Female, Frostlass, Raichu, Aerodactyl again, Gallade, and Arcanine. Lots of dedicated Charizard hate here, so we're not going to pull that out. Staraptor doesn't seem great either, actually. Let's see. We'll do this. So he has enough mons that hit Staraptor for super effective that it's not a good move. So what we're going to try to do is use Fake Out to stall his Tailwind here and win the Weather War with Charizard. The Darkest Lariat in the basket region here and Protect. Frostlass is faster than Charizard, Alright, so he'll go ahead and set the snow, giving us the opportunity to rewrite the weather next turn. And Darkest Lariat into Basket Legion probably doesn't pick up. But it should at least do a good chunk of damage here. Thunderbolt, okay. Yeah, no, he was prepared for Zard. That's Surf. Okay, okay. That's another move that you can click, I guess. Good, does some good damage into Incineroar. Oh man, Ladder is wild. This is the wild fucking west, man. All right, Darkest Lariat does quite a bit. Okay. So we're at the point now where a Heat Wave from Charizard should probably pick up both. And Venusaur is in a good position to take Surf, so we'll do that. He could have clicked Blizzard last turn. Instead, I think we're going to get a Thunderbolt into Charizard here, and then a Surf. Charizard should be able to live the Thunderbolt and outspeed the Basket Legion. Unless he just has a very bizarrely trained Scarf female. Here. Yep, there's the Thunderbolt. Which does good damage. I'm not sure if it's better damage than like just clicking Shadow Ball, but there you go. Oh, and Bascult's on. Okay, so we are gonna take a Surf. It's in the sun. And our health is relatively... Oh no, just Waterfall. So it's a mix attacking Basket Legion. Okay. Sure. Why not? So we've established weather control here. We have speed control with the sun, and it's a female's leftover mixed attacking Basket Legion. Okay. Decent chance of him sending out a physical attacker here, so we'll let Incin come in and put an Intimidate down. There's this phenomenon in chess where the better you are at chess, the more likely you are to lose to a complete beginner. Just because, you're operating on a level so far removed from your opponent that they do things completely unexpected and actually make it really difficult than, say, a moderately talented chess player. That's kind of what we're running into here, where I can't say I've ever come in against a mixed attacking female Basket Legion on a Frostlass team before. Like these things just don't usually come up. So we're still in the sun, so I'm not that afraid of Basket Legions damage output, and I'm just going to double the Aerodactyl here. I don't think this takes out, but yeah, nope. Ice Beam, okay. That's not bad, really. Let's see. Speed control in the sun. I have a 90% accurate sleep powder. The basket region is probably faster than my insane. Alright. Don't want my Garchomp to take a sleep powder here. Go back. Do the drain. And just, oh, that's not good. Timed out, so Ensign is going to parting shot here. Rockslide not bad. He doesn't set up Tailwind importantly, and he did get the flinch. So I guess my timeout didn't really matter. There's a gap. It is, no, don't want to forfeit. Put the Galley to sleep and just try to Flare Blitz the attack. At least one more turn on Galley here. So if we get Garchomp in, we should be able to take this. We should be able to pick this up. I guess Ice Fang on Aerodactyl would be a problem. Blitz gets there. Okay. I've already seen his Mega, so it's just a regular Gallade. Ensign lives that because he's clutch. Fighting Psychic type, so Darkest Lariat, sure. We're in the sun. I'll just Flare Blitz it. So as long as Gallade doesn't get a 25% wake up here, should be okay. Yep, there we go. That double covers for Citrus, it covers for Focus Sash, it covers for all sorts of things. By Gallade. I don't think we've seen Venusaur miss a sleep powder yet, so maybe Wide Lens is secret tech. Who knows? GG's, David. Get our win streak back up here. All right, three more ranks. Starters again. We have Blaziken, Meowscarada, Gyarados, Sylveon, Garchomp, and Sneasler. Probably going to be a Mega Blaziken team, maybe a Mega Gyarados team. I'm going to expect either Scarf or Sash on Meowscarada. Probably White Herb on Sneasler. Fairy Feather, Sylveon, Life Orb Chomp. That would make sense to me. Charizard seems good here. But I think I'll actually go with Staraptor. Need something to hit Sylveon. So we haven't used this yet. Let's go with the good old-fashioned Zardvini lead. Probably see Blaziken from him here. Protect and get the speed boost. Maybe Garchomp to threaten Charizard. That would make sense. Scarf Meow with Triple Axle would make sense too. Yep. Okay. So we'll go ahead and protect the Charizard and actually no. Probably going to be Fake Out, Protect, Rock Slide. So we don't want to use our Protect here. I'll point a Weather Ball at the Blaziken and a Sleep Powder on Sneasler. It would make sense for him to Fake Out into Venusaur just because Venusaur generally uses the Focus Sash item, so that's what I would expect. And so this is probably going to be a turn that amounts to nothing. But it does allow us to protect in front of Rock Slide next turn. Yep. No Protect. So we just raw dogging the Rock Slide. Should live this Weather Ball here. Yeah. Flare Blitz. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, so he was expecting the Protect on Charizard, which he can now threaten with a Rock Slide, but since I didn't Protect, I can Protect now, and he is in huge trouble with a Garchomp Earthquake here. I guess Venu Insun is faster than +1 Blaziken. That makes that play make sense. I forget its base speed offhand. You can do a Protect and Switch here. You can try to double, but Garchomp's pretty bulky. I don't think that'll work. Double close combat, maybe. Protect to dodge the Rock Slide. Baton Pass. Okay. The Gyarados. That's clever. And Sneasler will eat an Earthquake. So now he has a fast Gyarados, probably with Ice Fang if I had to guess. And he has a weakened Blaziken in the back that lost its boost. And then there's what I'm going to assume is Scarf Meowscarada. So I will click Heat Wave here to threaten both of those, and just swap in Insane. So him bringing Gyarados and Blaziken tells me it's probably not Mega Gyarados. The most common set for Gyarados is like Thunder Wave, Waterfall, Helping Hand, and Taunt. Yep. Or it could be Speed Boost Stone Edge Gyarados too. That's an option. Okay. Oh, and now we don't... Oh, man. I may have just got there. Yeah, no, we've confirmed the triple axle on Meowscarada. So I can protect and try to pick up here with Flare Blitz. It was Scarf, right? Yep. Stone Edge will do good damage into Instant. Yep, that's decent. Okay. That forces Blaziken back in. Blaziken can protect, get a speed boost, and threaten a close combat. It resists Rock Slide. Flare Blitz would probably just kill it outright. I don't necessarily want to Earthquake my own Incineroar. So I'll put a Dragon Claw and a Darkest Lariat into Gyarados here. I guess close combat into Instant would be strong. No Protect on his Blaziken, he's just sending. Not a particularly bulky Gyarados. Earthquake. Okay. I guess that's an option. Right, and Instant will finish it off. Not entirely sure what was going on with that Gyarados set. Maybe it was a Mega Gyarados. Yeah. Oh well. And he scores a score, right? Pretty good here. A 4-game win streak after our 5-game win streak. So I think that's 9-1 today and like 17-2 overall. What do we have here? Pelipper, Caledon, Venusaur, so it must be Mega Venusaur, Arch, Garchomp, and Wims. Alright, looks like a Staraptor game to me. Not going to want to bring Zard here, so Staraptor wins. Chomp Ensign. Yeah. It's a decent chance that Intimidate doesn't do anything at all, but having an Ensign switch in is never bad. And if he does bring physical attackers, we could go Staraptor into Ensign into Staraptor and limit his offense quite a bit. Okay. So we could just match Tailwinds here. Moonblast into Mega Staraptor is not fun, but like I said, you can get the double Intimidate with Incineroar. close combat. Should take out Instant here. And even a Rock Head after I forget what that Rock Head move is. Well, whatever it is, it'll be neutral after we Mega. And so there's nothing super effective Arcanine can threaten us with here. A Rock Slide Flinch would be annoying, I suppose. Head Smash, that's what I'm thinking. But again, it's -2, so we take that just fine. And close combat makes the next one even less intimidating. Now we're threatening Winds with both slots. We can Brave Bird in the Mega Venu, though it's probably bulky enough that it doesn't pick up outright. Close combat into Garchomp. Yeah. They got the Whims. Moonblast is actually our bigger threat right now, I believe. So, get the second oh. Right, yes, tail. The flinch. One time. There we go. So now we have +2. Getting a Roost off here would be great, but it's going to be easier said than done. I will protect with the Staraptor, switch in Whimsicott. This threatens another instant switch. It also allows us to Encore if we catch him here. Probably just Moonblast Rock Slide. Yep. Moonblast Dragon Claw. You didn't want to risk it. So, what are we at? Let's Staraptor here. +2 special defense. I think we live a Moonblast from a Whimsicott at 50 HP. Let's find out. No, he's just gonna Encore us, okay. Rock Slide, we should live. Moonblast to pick up the Chomp. So now we have Mega Venu and Whimsicott versus our own Whimsicott, non-Cord Staraptor. Oh no, it's a guy. He just decides to leave his Megas at home, huh? That's interesting. I predict blank last turn, so it should work this turn. And set up Tailwind with Whims. Now, as I mentioned in the past, against Archaludon, you want to get the physical attack in before the special attack. That way the defense boost doesn't throw off your damage calcs. Earthquake plus Moonblast should pick up Archaludon, but only if I do it in that order. So, Flash Cannon into Whims. Alright, looks like I'm not going to get the chance. Whimsicott has its Sash broken. I'm Encored for one more turn. So he probably just picks up the Staraptor now. So I could try to leave Staraptor in, switch the Garchomp out for Ensign, and use Fake Out to break the Encore lock. But if he just attacks, that doesn't work. So instead, I'm going to time out. Oh, shit. Oh, and now I'm protecting my Garchomp in front of his Whimsicott. That's a problem, that's a problem, that's a problem. Moonblast goes into the Chomp. Yeah, and Pulse. Oh, it would have worked. It would have worked. Okay. So I have to Fake Out Whims to break the Encore lock and put an Earthquake into a Caledon. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. It's also going to do a bunch of damage to our Ensign. But it did a bunch of damage to his Arch as well. So, see how he retaliates. I think we live a Dragon Pulse. We do not. Is that Life Orb? Yeah, and with that, Staraptor has lost its boosts. It's not at very much health. It gets outsped by Whimsicott, so I think we're just cooked. We have to roost and hope he protects here. Yeah. I think that puts us at 18 and 3. Did I leave the Whimsicott alone for too long? I'm sure I could have Brave Birded it at some point. Maybe that's where I went wrong. Well, timing out wasn't ideal either. Of course, going for that switch Ensign play would have won me the game on the spot. C'est la vie. At least we completed the Mega Evolve quest. Seems to be a big difference in the team quality in Ultra Ball 3 and or between Ultra Ball 3 and Ultra Ball 4. We're seeing a lot less random stuff now, or at least we did there. Alright, so we have Jolteon and Mega Sceptile. We have Sneasler again, Whimsicott, Charizard, and Scizor. Looks like this is another triple Mega team leaning on Jolteon, which okay. So what they like to do here is have a really fast electric type. In this case it's Jolteon, sometimes it's Rotom. And what it does is it clicks Discharge into Mega Sceptile that has Lightning Rod, and because Mega Sceptile is already pretty fast, you get a +1 Mega Sceptile at 145 base speed, and it just goes ham after things. The only thing is that Mega Sceptile isn't particularly bulky. I can just Tailwind and Dragon Claw it here, which is why it looks like they're going in a different direction. I suppose it's possible this is Charizard X. That would be interesting, but Garchomp happens to be pretty good into Charizard as well. Nope, Charizard Y. Does it protect here? It does. So probably a Moonblast into Garchomp. Yep. Break the Sash on Whims. Oh, and it looks like he has non-prankster Whimsicott. Seeing that for the second time here. Okay, protecting in front of Whimsicott, as we learned, is not necessarily a good idea. And I don't want to eat a Moonblast from Whimsicott, so we'll bring in Venusaur instead. That will lock Zard into Protect, so it can't attack. Probably Moonblast here. Oh, no, just a Dazzling Gleam. Whimsicott does get Moonblast and Dazzling Gleam. Usually you see Moonblast, but I guess in comps with a lot of spread damage, Gleam can have more utility. Sludge Bomb. We'll take out Whimsicott here, and I'll try to catch something on the switch. Nope, Zard stays in. Do a little bit of damage here with a Moonblast into Zard. So there's a Fake Out. So we probably have Charizard Protect here and Fake Out. I am just going to double into this Weasel here. Dire Claw to take care of Whims and break the Encore Lock would make sense, but doesn't look like that's what we get. Moonblast will do a little bit of damage. Now we can Encore Zard again. Put Sneasel to sleep. Can't have Unburden yet, so we should be faster with Venu. And we continue our 100% accuracy with Venusaur here, and this guy is just straight up not having a good time. We'll reset the Tailwind with Whimsicott and bring in Garchomp. Finally withdraws his Zard there for Jolteon, not particularly threatening, but it does tell me that Sceptile is probably his last. Oh, he gets the early wake in the Dire Claw. Okay. That makes this a little bit more interesting. Wait. Oh, we've already seen his last. Okay. I'll bring in my own Zard here. And a really safe Earthquake. I don't know. Jolteon will move first here, but I don't know what it could possibly click. Oh wait, no. We reset our Tailwind, so best you can do is protect. Oh, unless of course there were a quick. Oh, that's sad. seeing Quick Claw activation before Protect is always sad. That will take care of the Sneasler. We know that Jolteon has Quick Claw, so we don't need to worry about Sash. And Zard is no longer locked. Alright, that's kind of interesting. We know Jolteon protected last turn, so it's going to have to eat this Earthquake. Don't think Jolteon plus Charizard can take out Garchomp, but how about this? Much more afraid of the Charizard than I am the Jolteon, so I'll Rock Slide here and risk letting him get a Protect off. There's Quick Claw on Jolteon again. Why you would put Quick Claw on like one of the fastest Pokemon in the game is completely beyond me. He does choose to Protect, okay. Discharge does nothing. Yeah, so he clearly just wants to discharge into my Zard here. I'm not going to let him. Now, the downside of the Venu switch is that if Rock Slide misses Charizard, then Venu is probably toast, but doesn't look like that came up. Yeah, Quick Claw, if you're going to use it, first of all, don't. It does nothing 90% of the time. But if you're going to use it, you want to use it on something slow. I think a Quick Claw Torkoal actually won a regional back in Generation 9. Are we in Generation 10 now, by the way? Is this just Generation 9 continued? I'm not sure how Champions is continuing that. That's an open question for me. But yeah, Quick Claw Torkoal, or in draft, my buddy Sloth has Galarian Slowbro with Quick Claw. Now, its ability is already the Quick Claw ability, so when you combine them, Quick Claw triggers like 50% of the time. It's super annoying, but yeah, putting Quick Claw on a Jolteon just does not make sense. Here we have a relatively standard team with an Aqua Tauros. Zard does not like seeing Garchomp. Zard does not like seeing Raichu. Raichu is just good to me in general. Good into me. He's got a couple of grass types there. Sure, why not? Set you down and get a drink of water here. Alright, what do we got? We got Zard Wims into Whimsichamp. Well, that's definitely advantage Garchomp. No reason not to Tailwind Rock Slide. Well, so he either has to protect or switch. Worst case scenario, I break a Focus Sash. Yep. Notice that my Whimsicott's nickname is not showing up. I wonder if that's a setting thing or what. Ugh. Yeah, not lucky enough to get that off. Now I can Encore to pin the Charizard. And Rock Slide again. I'm not going to let me do that, so I'm just going to get free damage onto his Chomp. Is it better just to Dragon Claw there straight up? That's open for debate, I suppose. Whimsicott dodges the Rock Slide. Okay. Now Moonblast will just about pick up his Garchomp here. Question is, do I want to risk a speed tie? I can protect, but protecting into Garchomp isn't great. Oh, fuck it. Okay, he's gonna protect on Whims. Probably expecting an Encore. Oh, that's really close. I'd be annoyed if I lose now. I did not. Okay. So, I know my Garchomp's max speed, which gives me like at least a 51% chance to win the speed tie there. But even if I hadn't, I'm assuming he's Life Orb Chomp, which is going to be the most common now. The Moonblast plus the Life Orb makes it... let's push the Whimsicott out here. The Moonblast plus the Life Orb tick would have meant that his Chomp died. And I guess I had rough skin as well, so he has to protect his Zard again. His Whims doesn't threaten mine. Oh, no protect. Oh, wait. Just hoping for a Rock Slide miss. Yeah, it used to be Charizard could pack enough bulk to live a Jolly Rock Slide, but not from Life Orb. So, there goes that, and we are pretty firmly in command here. He has a Whimsicott, yeah. Garchomp into Charizard. It's pretty basic, but it's definitely effective. We got a little bit lucky there with the Rock Slide flinch on his Whims, I think on turn 1. That was probably a Moonblast into us, but... yeah, no but. We just got lucky there. We beat him on lead, I would say. Okay, we have Electros, Sinistcha, Whimsicott, Garchomp, Mega Scrafty, and Torkoal. Alright, so he has the option for a Whimschomp lead, just like we do. He also has the possibility of going for a Trick Room with Sinistcha. We don't have any taunts, which is an issue. We can try to Encore Sinistcha, but that's not necessarily great. He has Fake Out with Scrafty. So how do we beat Scrafty Sinistra? It's a good question. I think that the Fire Resist Berry is more likely than the Flying Resist Berry on Staraptor. And Ensign should be faster than Scrafty, so we can deny the Trick Room that way. And if Torkoal... no. Yeah, I guess. I don't like this. Don't really want to bring either of our grass types into Torkoal, but it's also possible he just goes Garchomp, wins here. That's the fun part about what's called a tail room team. You have the option of trying to go fast or trying to go slow, and especially in best of one, you just make your opponent guess. Is that going to be Trick Room Whimsicott? It certainly could. Or is it going to be Burning Jealousy Torkoal? I've actually played against that before. Alright, so I'm not going to Mega Evolve here. I'm going to Brave Bird Whimsicott, and I am also going to Fake It Out. Fake Out will stop Whimsicott from whatever it's doing here, which I believe was actually Trick Room. Brave Bird should finish it off. Yeah, Whimsicott does have the option to go at Tailwind or Trick Room, so it's a close team sheet teaming for sure. And some Torkoals have actually been using the Burning Jealousy move in order to burn a Staraptor. So it's possible that that's what we're looking at here as well. Looks like he's going to go with a Mega Scrafty. So I will protect Staraptor from the Fake Out here and Parting Shot off the Torkoal. Denying his speed control is going to help dramatically. Get the second set on Intimidates here. I could have gone contrary on the Staraptor, but I'm actually not sure which mono I want to mega at this point. So I'm saving it in the back, or I'm just saving it. Yeah, it's a relatively fast Scrafty, actually. Usually Insane is going to be faster. Let's look it off our Parting Shot. We do. We want something that's going to resist a fire attack, which actually is everything, but let's go with Garchomp for now. No, it is just Eruption and Torkoal, okay. Alright, so that's not bad. I am just going to put the Brave Bird into Scrafty and Earthquake. Torkoal comes out, okay. Sinistra comes in, also okay. That will take this Earthquake very well, but the double up should take care of Scrafty. We are at -2 on the Staraptor, so it might not. But I'm not sure what it threatens back with, really. Yeah, he lives. Okay. But more importantly, Sinistra is threatening Trick Room. Alright, so we held the Mega on the Staraptor, so we have it on Charizard. Charizard can come in here. As long as he is not Okaberry, then this Weather Ball will 100% pick up, and we will Earthquake for good measure. Could switch in Torkoal here, but he's not going to like taking this combination of attacks either. Scrafty should go down unless it protects. So as long as it's not Okaberry, Sinistra, Trick Room, we should have it okay. And even then, we have 2 fire resists into Torkoal. You see from the full HP eruption, Garchomp took less than half, so... Okay, just Rage Powder. Well, I was targeting you anyway, buddy. That's not going to do you much good. Oh, he's trying to Rock Slide the Charizard. That makes sense. But it's not going to happen here. So, interesting team from our opponent here. It was hard figuring out exactly what he wanted to do, but doesn't look like he was able to do much. Calling out the Trick Room wins on turn 1, I think, was vital. So now it's just Torkoal versus 3 fire resists. Now Torkoal is pretty bulky. It might actually live through this turn, but then Instant comes in and he has to take at least 2 more attacks, so that should be fine. That picks up. Okay. Puts us to 23, I think. Ultra Ball rank 2. We need 2 more tiers to go. Win streak bonuses are nice. Not only do they make it so that it's faster to rank up for more experienced players, but it also means that even if you have a 50% win rate, as long as some of those wins are in a row, you're still going to make progress on ladder. It's possible to make Master Ball even with a really low elo, so that's nice. Okay, so it looks like we have a Mega Scizor team here. Again, we're looking at Tail Room with Sinistra and Talonflame. He's probably gonna lead Garchomp to deal with our Charizard. But he doesn't seem to have a good answer for a Garchomp of his own. It's probably another Masquerada, Scarf Masquerada. So, we want to bring Charizard here. This is tough. Instant should be good. So he probably leads Talonflame Garchomp in order to check our Charizard. That's going to be pretty similar to the Winds Garchomp mirrors that we've been playing up until now. Except Talonflame has a little bit more offense. Oh, nope, he's just going with Masquerade right off the bat. Okay. Alrighty then. So we know Masquerade wants to turn into an Ice type. So I will put a Moonblast into it and switch in Insane. Tailwind and Triple Axle into the Incineroar spot, I assume. just knockoff. Okay. Well, gets rid of our citrus. That's mildly annoying. Intimidate's going to help. Is that going to put it down to Sash? It does. Okay. So now Incineroar is threatening the Meowscarada with a Fake Out. Meowscarada is going to want to protect, but if it protects, oh no, we can't Encore. Unless it is... Protean. What we'll do is fake out the Talonflame here. Yep. Now has to protect. Fake out the Talonflame. He can't make any progress on his turn. Probably has Scizor in the back, and maybe Garchomp. If it is Garchomp, I guess we're about to find out. So I will Heat Wave to threaten here, and a Parting Shot off of what should be a Garchomp switching. You could just double into the Zard here, that would be decent. You'd still have Flare Blitz to deal with Scizor, but I think he probably switches. Nope, Descending, okay. Knockoff isn't going to do much. No, it's not Scarf. Wait for it. Yeah, nope. That Intimidate from Incin coming in clutch here. Heat Wave would do good damage. Parting Shot to reset our Incin. I'll go get Whimsicott to threaten this Garchomp. I never actually matched Tailwinds, so we need to be concerned about that. Oh no, it is Sylveon. Okay, so he didn't bring Garchomp, it appears. And I'm assuming that Cleavor is still his last. So I will switch in Incin here again. And put a Moonblast into Talonflame. Now Talonflame is threatening Whimsicott with a Brave Bird, but we have Sash. And the double Intimidate looks like that doesn't even pick up. But the Hyper Voice might. It did, okay. You might regret not matching Tailwinds here. And Sylveon's at full health. This is a problem. Yep, I have to fake out the Talonflame. Put a Weather Ball into Sylveon. Garchomp. Oh, he just left Scizor at home. Okay. It's not going to pick up, and Sylveon's going to do a bunch of damage. Yeah, Sylveon is no joke. Looks like he may get us here. Alright, spend the whole game playing around with Scizor, and he doesn't even bring it. So if he's not Life Orb Garchomp, Dragon Claw is not going to pick up. Well, where there's a Rock Slide, there's a way. Oh, he is Garchomp, he is max speed, he's not Life Orb. Could have Earthquaked, pick up the Sylveon here. Now Talonflame, I think, just outspeeds us. So, yeah, we needed to win the speed tie there. Oh well. GG. I guess if we Earthquake, even if we win the speed tie, we still lose to the Talonflame next turn. So, yeah, nope. Sylveon just did too much damage. I could have respected it and brought Venusaur there. That would have been an option. Oh, and our dailies are going to reset. So it was a slight misplay on my part. We may have missed out on a recruit. Wanted to try to just get in games today, so missed out on a couple of quests there. What do we have left? Back up to 20,000, basically where we started here. Extremely effective moves. Don't lose any Pokemon in a ranked battle, and some recruits. And there's recruit again. Alright, so just so that doesn't happen again, let's pick these up. Achievements. Some stuff off the battle pass here. And we got ourselves a Starmie. Not quite the Megastone yet, but Cherish Ball Starmie, that's cool. I think we have a Pelipper in the box already. Let's see. We do. So we have Pelipper, we have Metagross, we have Starmie, we have Azumarill, we have Politoed. Like, we have the makings of a decent rain team. We could look into that if we wanted to. But I'm pretty happy what we have with Zard right now. So we'll go ahead and call that here for now. We got ourselves up to Ultra Ball rank 2. One more day should push us into Master, especially if we keep winning at this rate. And so what we're going to do is come back, go on another recruiting spree, rebuild the team, and try to push our way through Master Ball. Thank you very much for watching. You can catch the replays of all of this on YouTube, and I hope you all have a nice day.